Advancement Center in beautiful Guanacaste, Costa Rica. Rainy season has started here and it's starting to really green up. I wish I could show you, but I can't at the moment. You would be amazed at the place that we live in. Anywho, what is Rythmia? Rythmia is a life advancement center. We believe the #1 in the world that believes in a particular methodology of a soul merger, a reuniting or a reconnecting of the soul. And this particular process that we've perfected here has incredible results. Like what? Well, to date, 951 out of every 1,000 people who come say that they had a life-changing miracle during their stay. 6 months later, these same people are saying that this was the week that changed their life. The most interesting statistic is 98% would do it again. It's 98.12. 981 out of 1,000 would do it again. Crazy stuff. And it works, and it sticks, and it's real. We're super lucky. We had a big week last week. We are absolutely full this week. I can't take one more person. And this is in COVID times, which leads me to the name of this, the Roaring 20s. What is that? What does that even mean? I believe, it's my belief, that the recovery in the post-COVID world is going to go like this. And that recovery is going to be recovery is going to be led by a consumer demand to purchase things. People have not been out. They've been at home. They haven't bought things. They haven't done this. That's exactly what's going to happen. And you'll see it. You're already seeing it in other economies throughout the world that have opened up. They're seeing this huge spike. That huge spike will reflect in the stock market. It will reflect in all different things. And that's very similar to reliving the Roaring 20s of the 1920s. I believe that. How long will it last? Who knows? But I know this, that it's going to make a lot of people wealthy in this V-shaped recovery. So today I'm going to talk about how to be a winner. How to be a winner in that. And what I mean by a winner in that, I'm not just talking about financially, although I will be speaking about money today. Because there's many different things, right, that play into that. But money is one of them. And what is money? Money is an energy. And that energy is a vibration that is in exchange for something else that vibrates and comes back as the vibration of money. It's a very spiritual thing. It really is. The whole theory behind money and all of that is a super spiritual thing. But I want to talk about the Roaring 20s, how to be a winner, how to capitalize on it, and how not to lose yourself in that process. There's a lot going on in that, right? Before I talk about that, I want to talk about two things about us. So I've been teasing this for a couple of weeks, and I'm going to continue to tease it because I need about another 2 weeks to be able to announce it. But we're in the process of unveiling a very big project that is in line with the new earth, the new world, the new way of being, as far as spiritual communities and spiritual community that's connected to Rythmia. For only Rythmia past guests. It's a very interesting concept. I'd love to tell you more about it right now. What I plan to do is I plan to make an announcement. I plan to make an announcement by the first week of May. So about another 2 weeks. And then we plan to start taking reservations in September. That's all I can tell you about that one. The second thing I want to tell you is this. Lately, I've been, hey, everybody, good morning. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Claudia. Good morning, Sylvia. Good morning, Tony. Good morning. Good morning, people. I want to talk about something else today. So I talk often about being both feet in. And what does being both feet in mean? Well, it means a lot of different things. It means that I don't have alternative plans. In other words, I'm so in this that I'm burning bridges to other things. And I have to tell you, I preach it all the time, but I was cheating. And I'll tell you how I was cheating. So Rythmia is my both feet in. We are the #1 center of its type in the world. Actually, on TripAdvisor, we are the #1 customer rated resort of any type in the world. So this is my both feet in. But at the same time, as a younger man, I used to collect Vanity 800 numbers and domains. And domains like URLs. And I had been in the cosmetic surgery business for years and years and years, and always wanted to get in the diet business. And about 20 years ago, I believe it's 20 years ago, I have to look at the whois to find out, but I bought a domain called thin.com, and I bought all the variations of that domain, as well as a bunch of vanity numbers to go along with it. And in the back of my mind, I was hanging on to that because I thought if Rythmia at some point might not have worked, I could have done that. I could have started that business. And quite frankly, from time to time, I even forget that I have that domain and those domains. But it came to me about 10 days ago I had this domain listed for a while, and about like what it really signifies to me. And it actually signifies to me of having an alternate route. That's really what it means in the back of my head. And I made a decision to not have that, to burn my alternate bridge. This is something super, super key. And by burning my alternate bridge, I take any energy of that leakage out of me. Really, really interesting. So what did I do? So I decided to take crypto for my domain package and to sell it quickly. But it was a big thing to me because, not because of what I'm going to get from selling the domain, but what I'm going to gain by not having an exit plan. What do I gain by not having? That's the ultimate act of being both feet in, is actually burning alternate bridges. Now, in business school, what they teach you is they teach you to keep all of your options open as late as you can. In energetic school, I'm going to tell you to get rid of all your options. Very, very, very different. And we are in energetic school. Super cool stuff. Super, super cool. I get like excited about that. So if anybody wants to buy a domain, and I have to tell you, that leads me into crypto. Why am I so crazy about crypto, right? And I have to tell you this, I don't even understand it. What I tend to do, if something is too, I have a basic understanding of it, but not like if it was a company. I used to love to investigate and purchase companies, right? Buy stock in companies. Like I like Google and I like Tesla and all those things. But in crypto, I know so little because maybe my age group, I have trouble getting my hands around the concept of it. But what I do when I'm faced with that is I look to people who I have the most amount of respect for. And I'm lucky enough to know a couple people that, are very, 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 very wealthy people. Were wealthy before crypto and all that. They didn't get wealthy because of crypto. They were astute, hardworking, intelligent, well-educated investors that amassed fortunes. And a couple of them are friends of mine, and their love for it is what is making me love it. And I actually believe one of these guys that I know, who I follow, believes that it's a minimum of 10x from here with the big ones, with Ethereum and with Bitcoin. And I believe that. So anything that you can sell, if you've an asset that you can sell, and take crypto for it and not have to convert that to cash, you're going to do well. So it's going to create a whole new market for all kinds of things. And I just wanted to leave you with that. So now I want to talk about something else. So that's my take on crypto, my short take on crypto. So about staying awake in the face of adversity. So when this happens, when this merger happens, and you've decided to become a beneficial presence on the planet, and you've decided to bring light to the planet in a big way, which I guarantee you, once this happens, it's in your realm of possibility. Some of us are told to be better mothers. Some of us are told to be better fathers. Some of us are told to do specific things. If your calling is to be a healer and to bring light, you're going to be met with adversity. What does adversity looks like? It looks like darkness or things or da-da-da. And I'm going to ask you during those times to stay awake. How do you stay awake and how do you fall asleep? So let's talk about it. I picked the thing my way of bringing my gifts to the world. In this case, when I got merged, I wanted to bring Rythmia to the world. Some people, when they get merged, they leave accounting and they get into energy work. Some people leave energy work and get into accounting. It all depends how you're going to do this thing with the world, right? But when you decide to do it and when you pick from this place and there is adversity, do not blame that. The easiest way to fall asleep is to say this: I am blank because of blank. I'm quitting because these people said some shit. I'm not going to move forward with these new plans because the bank told me no. I'm not going to study the violin because my mother told me as soon as you say I'm not going to because, or I am because, or I am a failure because of this person, all of a sudden you are no longer aware. That is this. As soon as the words come out of your mouth, catch yourself, because that is the sign that you fell asleep. That is the sign that you fell asleep. You got to catch me in this. I get fired. I come home and I say to my wife, that bad guy did this to me and now I'm screwed. You're unaware. That is the greatest opportunity of your life, getting fired. The greatest. And you had a lot to do with it. So when that happens, you should be like, oh, this is me. Here's my new opportunity. What is next? The universe is trying to tell me there's something greater for me going on. And all of us have to deal with this. All of us. There's not a person here who bad things aren't going to happen to. They're not, that they're going to be lied about. That shit's going to get harder than it looked. And I want to talk about that. When you sit down, you conceive your idea, you conceive that you're going to change the world in this way, as a healer, as a mother, as a thing, it always looks rosy. It always looks rosy. But when there's 3 kids crying and times are hard and it's rough. It's rough. And then if you add in some personal problems on top of it, it looks too hard. So do not think that you're going to get away scot-free, because you're not. You're not. This stuff is going to happen. And once you blame the stuff, you're done. Once you blame the stuff, you are done. And here's the greatest part. All of the juice, all of the good, all of this quality stuff happens when you don't listen to this stuff, right? When you don't blame them, when you take it on yourself, you forge through and you get to the next place. And all of a sudden, I have another quiver in my thing. I survived that. And then that confidence generates this thing, and that thing makes it even better. Feel better, smell better, taste better. This thing. I'm trying to convey something. I hope that I'm doing it. I really hope that I'm doing it. So, being mindful, the act of being mindful is this act of respect for myself. First thing I have to know is that what I'm sowing now, I will reap in the spring. What I'm sowing now, what I'm sowing I will reap in the fall, in the harvest season. So, if you don't believe that, you're in trouble. The actions of today are affecting the future all the time. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Show me your habits today, I will show you your future. There is no way around that. There is no way around it. You show me what you're doing today, I will show you what your tomorrow looks like. And if what you're doing today is blaming other people, tomorrow ain't good. because nothing can change until that stops. Not one thing. No thing can change until that stops. Your plight will look just like it looked month after month after month after month if you're going to blame your great uncle for something he did or somehow it affected your life. True or not, here's the greatest part about this. A lot of times, most of the time, when that's occurring, it's not true. But even if it is true, it does not matter. As long as you're using it to blame for your current condition, you are done. So let's talk about this. What allows us? Why do some people do it and others don't? Well, if you notice this, I'm going to talk in real simple terms. If you notice this, the most successful people do not do it. The most successful people don't talk about people. The most successful people don't complain about their plight in life. And you're saying, a lot of people will say, well, that's because they're successful. No, it's because of that they are successful. This is the twist. Here's the rub that you got to get. It's not because they're successful, they don't do that. It's because they don't do that they are successful. What does that even mean? When this happens, you claim your sovereignty. You say, this is me. And this is me, and this is what I want to do as an extension of me. Nothing can talk me out of it. Nothing can lead me down some other road. There is nothing that can happen that is going to make me come out here and say, look at what these people did. Nothing. Nothing. And if you notice this in these different stages of success, the stage of not enoughness, the stage, this, if you take a look at a strata, a socioeconomic strata of people, they did it to me group is always down here. Then the I'm responsible for everything group is here. And then if you see the top tier of that, they usually look like this. The things that happen to me bad are mine, and I'm a success as a result of the team or these other people that I put together. Very, very different. So watch your words because the thing is this, very few of us have friends that are going to say, hey, you know what? You're making an asshole out of yourself. You're doing something wrong. Because our friends are there to support us and say, yes, you're doing right. So don't count on your friends. Don't count on your friends to say to you, hey, Dave, you're blaming lots of other people for your own shit. And, you can't blame your own failure away. It's not going to happen because Dave's friend wouldn't be Dave's friend if he was doing that, right? But Dave himself can be aware. And this is the thing, you have your own alarm clock. Let's take a look at those things that make us look like we're asleep. I am this because of them. I am, they got me down because of what they said. The bank killed my business. I had an investor and the investor changed his mind and that killed me and I can't recover. That's all that stuff. Anytime these words come out of your mouth, know that you have fallen asleep. You have fallen asleep. I'm quitting because my ex-husband did this to me. I'm quitting my job because my boss said something I don't like. I'm da-da-da-da-da. It's as soon as you get those words out of your mouth, wake up. They're your own alarm clock. This is the internal clock that was given to you by it to see if you're awake. You will notice the more that you meditate, the more work that you do, the more spiritual mind treatments that you do, the more that you pray, that and as long as this is the existing condition, that you will stop all of that and even look at those horrific things as blessings to you. I am being blessed by this. What is the blessing in that? The bank said no. Where else can I go? Oh, crypto or this or da-da-da-da-da to get paid. Like, boom. Anybody who's banked in a foreign country knows how crazy this shit is. Like, there's a million excuses, a million reasons. A million reasons for you to not start your book. A million reasons for you to not start your business. A million reasons for you to not leave the bank and to go be an energy healer. A million reasons to stay in a relationship. But there's only one reason to leave, because you have this, you have the vision, and you're not going to quit. That's it. And this is the beauty of the thing, and this is the juice of it. This is the juice of it. Now, if you have the vision from a split self, then when these things occur, you're going to abandon the mission. And what does that look like? It actually looks like usually a 3 to 4 year cycle of you spinning through things. I was, I'm going to be an actress, and now I'm going to be a, I don't know, investment counselor, and 3 years later, and now I'm going to be a chef, and now I'm going to be, and you know why? Why is that? Why is that? Because when you pick those things, you pick them from the perspective of an onlooker. I'm going to be a chef because it looks good. I'm going to be a chef because my aunt was a chef. I'm going to be a chef because this. I'm going to be a chef. All the wrong reasons. And that is when we pick from something that's not merged. So the art of this thing is this, and this is, I have to tell you something. The wealthiest guy that I know, who's a personal friend of mine, when he last had his company, he had 120,000 employees. He's a really cool guy. Like his thing is that you get so focused into something. And when you get focused into it, and when it's from here, nothing can dissuade you. And then when this happens, what else happens is the energy of that decision permeates, and now more people hop on board, and more people hop on board, and more people hop on board. But whenever you do something like this, know that when you're going to change the world, when you're going to change your family, when you're going to be a beneficial presence on the planet, that there are dark forces that show up, and you cannot blame them for something that's going on in you. You can't. So my thing to you, this is what's so beautiful about this stuff. And I want to tell you something. I was chatting with Taita yesterday, Taita Juanito Chindon, and what an amazing fountain of knowledge this guy is about how to be in this world. What a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I'm going to tell you, all of this, no matter who you are, you're going to face that kind of thing. And the beautiful part of it, if it's done from here, it is yours, you own it, and nothing will change it. If it's done from some other place, the first thing that comes through is going to knock you out of it. And please don't get caught in this. I know people that are 50 years old, and they're actually on their 10th career, 15th career, because the careers are, let's say, 3 years. So that's 40 years of stuff. Like, don't do that. Spend the time, get to the bottom of your own shit, get that merger to happen. Come here, and we'll do it with you, not for you, with you. And then once you do that, pick from the right place of the things that you want, and then do not be dissuaded. Do not quit. Do not blame. Stay on the path, and you will get there. And when you get there, it's an interesting thing. So, like with us, I believe that in a post-COVID world in September, when everything is good, we're going to be like this. We are every week. We're almost there now during COVID. I mean, oversubscribed, changing 100 people a week into this beautiful way of being. And I believe that kind of feeling, that kind of great is a great thing. The getting there was more fun than the being there. The getting there was more fun than the being there. That means that we have to expand into different things, because it's the getting there that is fun, not the being there. And what do I mean by that? Once you decide to do something from here, it is the journey that's exciting, not the destination. It is the box, not the gift. This is the thing. This is the juice of this life. So, and those of us that are most aware get the vibe of that, the smell of that while it's happening, and we fall in love with the process and not the result. And then once you're in love with the process, every day is like a game. So what do I mean by that? I honestly don't believe I work. I like to do a couple things. I like to go to the beach. I like to play golf, and I love doing what I'm doing. And as much as I love golf, every time that I leave here, I feel like I might miss something, because this is not only my job, this is my passion, this is my recreation. I'm having the time of my life. And if there's anything I wish for someone, I wish you to feel this. At once in your life, I wish you to feel this. Who do I know that feels this way? Artists, energy workers, people that are helping other people get to feel this thing. People who are taking more than they're giving don't get the chance to participate in this feeling. I want you to participate in this feeling. I really, really do. All right. Until next week. And by the way, if you're going to book in here, please, whatever you do, book in here as quick as you can. Because I'm going to tell you, in this post-COVID world, in this roaring 20s world, we're going to be booked forever. So please get in here. Book out now. Throw your hat in the ring for a date in the future. Get a reservation now. Do it. Don't miss this stuff. It's too good to not feel this way. You got to get a piece of this. I got mine, and I want you to get yours. Okay, until next week, God bless you guys. Stay on the path. Keep aware of things. Watch how you blame other people. Really, really try to bring it back to yourself, and you'll continue on the road. Cheers, and we'll talk to you next week.